Welcome to All the Gear But No Idea, the South Australian fishing podcast hosted by Rody and Diz. The boys will share their tall tales of the one that got away, as well as some regular segments they know all you fishing tragics will enjoy.
Welcome to episode 57 of All the Gear But No Idea, the South Australian fishing podcast. I am sitting here on my lonesome in the podcasting studio. Diz, have we got you there on the phone?
Brody, pleasure to be here virtually with you, my friend. What's happening over there?
Yes, look, it's very lonely here in the studio.
Yes, geez, this is strange scenes. Takes us back to our early COVID days.
It does. Tell us, give us some explanation.
Yeah, well, look, it's not been pretty scenes in our household over here. There's been a bit of sickness floating around. Young Ned's got the spicy, so it's been ordinary. But so far, so good. Managed to avoid it. Couple of tests, all negatives. Meal's the same. So, look, we don't know whether it's a false positive or what it is, but we're just sort of doing the right thing. Definitely don't want to give it to Lou and yourself, so we just thought we'd run with the old virtual podcast for episode 57.
Yeah, well, this is Technology 101 right here, Diz. It's amazing what you can do these days.
It is, mate. We're absolutely killing it, and it's just it's good to sort of refresh those sort of vibes, isn't it? You know, it's good to test it every now and then.
Good to refresh the skills.
Yes, absolutely. Righty, let's crack into oranges and lemons, mate, because...
Should we mention first is our guest we've got coming up?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, you're just jumping the gun a little bit with the banter. We've got Jordan Saliba from Jordan SA Fishing on Instagram and YouTube, Diz.
Yeah, very proactive Instagram and YouTube person Jordan is, and we very much look forward to having a chat with him later. He's been up to a bit, hasn't he?
Yes, Diz, he's busy. He's involved with mixed jiggers. He catches a lot of squid. He has written for SA Angler in the past.
Yes, a colleague in some senses.
He is, Diz, yeah.
Yes, very good. No, that's it'll be good to have a chat with him because you're right. He's been doing pretty well on the fishing, on the fish lately. Certainly does well on the squid, that's for sure.
He has, yes, Diz. So we're looking forward to that, Diz. But you're right, we should jump straight into the oranges and lemons, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, Rody, I'll get us started with the orange. The mighty Port Adelaide pair are on a bit of a run here. I'm certainly not going to sort of write home about beating North, but certainly from a very uneducated person, it would look as though things are starting to click a bit. Would you agree?
Yeah, it is. Certainly if they knock off the Cats this weekend and go 5-5, I'd say we're back.
Oh, bang. All right, so watch this space.
But
watch this space.
Anyway, good to get another W and go 4-5. So we are very happy with that.
Absolutely, mate. What's your orange?
Diz, I was going to run with my superior immune system, batting off the COVID again for another week, but I won't jinx myself.
Risky business.
Mine's going to be a bit of a tease for our next segment, Diz, and that's some new merch in the pipeline. So I'll get to that in a minute, but that's my orange, Diz. We've had some good progress on the merch in the last couple of weeks.
Yes, we have. You've been flicking emails and contacting suppliers and all sorts, haven't you?
I have, Diz. I've been busy.
Excellent. Well, all right, let's move on to the lemons, and it's no great surprise that mine's been poor young Neddy. He's been crook, and just to cap it all off, he's had conjunctivitis, so...
He went the double.
In the wars.
He went the double, did he? Went the conjunctivitis COVID double.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He's sort of, I guess as a young tackle like that, you're just working on your immune system, and you got to just you just got to let everything come at you at once sometimes, just to really learn how to stave these things off in the future. So, got the COVID conjunctivitis double. Not good.
No, good. All right, Diz. My lemon is going to be sad news this morning. Andrew Simons, rest in peace.
Oh, yeah, very sad news, that.
And I do understand he's a cricketer, but he was a very keen fisherman as well.
Oh, yeah. He was an avid fisherman. Spent a lot of time, sometimes when he probably should have been at training, out there fishing and drinking a few cans. Yeah, he was on my... if you have a bucket list for people you'd like to catch up with and have a beer at the pub, he was probably one of them.
Yeah, look, would have been great to go out fishing with a great man too, I reckon. But big loss to Australian cricket, Australian fishing. And, really sort of sad news this morning.
Yeah, and it's a run of cricketers that have unfortunately passed away in the last few months.
Yeah.
Shane Warne, Rob Marsh, now Simon. So, yeah, not good news, Rody, coming very early this morning. So, our condolences to the family and friends.
All right, Diz, that's it for the oranges and lemons today. We will move on to something a bit more positive, Diz, and I did tease this in my orange. We've got some more merch on the way. Tell us what we've got, Diz.
Yes, well, like I sort of said, I'm not going to claim too much credit in this regard because I was not much use in determining the colours because I'm colourblind. I was not really flicking around emails, working the phones like you were, finding us some good deals, making sure we could get something in time for winter. But I'll let you break the news to the listeners, or are we going to sit this one, cause a bit of suspense here and sort of leak it through the social channels in a few days, Roddy?
Look, we don't have a picture or anything ready to go just yet, but there is an all the gear but no idea beanie on the way, Diz.
Oh, so good. Keeping that noggin warm, especially for people like you who don't have a lot of hair in that department. So...
I was just about to run the same gag, so...
But no, we all know somebody who needs a beanie. In fact, pretty much everyone does leading into winter. So there's no excuse here. Once these drop, you need to get the orders in.
And we're just finalising the design. They will have a pom-pom on top, some nice colours, coordination, and that'll be sort of on the order list this week, and we're hoping for sometime in June to have them available.
Yes, so we'll start taking pre-orders over the next sort of fortnight to month, won't we, Rody? And then we'll
we'll have a photo
ready to sort of ship them out once they land.
Yeah, that's it, Diz. Keep an eye on the socials. That'll be where they first pop up, I reckon.
Beautiful. Well, that's fantastic news coming to you guys out there from episode 57. Rody, thank you for your hard work on working those emails and coordinating the design. Not bad by you.
No, it was good from me.
Righto, Rody, let's move into the news segment because we've got a bit of news to get through this episode, haven't we?
We do, Diz. We're going to start off over on the Yorke Peninsula, and this was about a week ago. There was an EPIRB let off. It was activated. My thing's just glitched on me. It was activated out from West Cape on the southern Yorke Peninsula, Innes National Park, on the 9th of May.
It was.
And so what happened? The Coastal Patrol communications vehicle from Yorktown Radio Base and the Coastal Patrol from Port Victoria were requested to head to the area by SA Water Operations Police. So the vessel in distress ended up having a flat battery. So they got a jump start and headed back to Marion Bay. Meanwhile, the Coastal Patrol vessel stood by at Marion Bay Ramp, and the Australian Maritime Safety Authority Bombardier Challenger 604 jet aircraft was dispatched from Melbourne.
Oh, jeez.
Do we think that's a fair bit of carry-on for a flat battery?
Huge operation, an enormous expense.
So there's multiple vessels and a bloody plane.
Yes, a lot for a flat battery, but I guess pleasingly it it does go to show that if you carry your safety equipment and you deploy it correctly, it's in date, it's in good working order, then you're a very good chance of getting help when needed. So, I guess agree with you on that front, but pleasing to see that they throw all the resources at it, Rody.
Could that have been a flare job?
Oh, yeah, probably. Don't you reckon that could have been like phone your mate who lives on Yorks or something, and would you mind coming out here and giving me a jump?
Yeah, we've got one of those little jump packs as well. That would help.
Oh, yeah, that would absolutely have saved this guy's bacon and a lot of other divisions as well in terms of needing to get out there and help him. So, yeah, probably not a bad one to include on your list. Where did you get that from? Kings or something, was it?
Yeah, that was a Kings one we've got. I've actually
portable jumper.
Thankfully, we've never used it on the boat, but it has. When I was selling my car, it saved me a lot of times.
Yeah, just jump in the car, getting it going.
Yeah, that was not good.
Yeah, well, when you have, and look, this is the thing, some people they don't use these sorts of things often, and so they sit there for a long time. Then it's sort of inevitable that things break down, isn't it?
It is, Diz, it is.
Righty, let's move on to the salmon comp, because we've got the 29th Australian Salmon Fishing Championship in Elliston, which is coming up from the 1st of June. It's fished over a few months, so 1st of June to the 31st of August. What's in it for the prize winners, mate?
Diz, this is always something that we talk about on the podcast. We've never entered, but it runs for 3 months and $2,000 for the heaviest fish, Diz.
It's a pretty good prize, isn't it? $2,000 for the biggest salmon.
And $750 for second heaviest. Each week there is a $200 mystery weight.
Yeah, nice.
And there's also a monthly $50 photo competition.
Yeah. It's really good, and there's plenty of places where you can sort of pick up your tickets. Lots of businesses on the Eyre Peninsula. So you've got the Elliston Information Centre, the hotel, Elliston Waterloo Bay Tourist Park, Caravan Park, Venus Bay, Sharinga Roadhouse. Heaps of places, especially in those really popular salmon meccas of our state.
Yeah, Diz, and that's something we'd love to get more involved in, the big Australian salmon comp, Diz.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you need to go and weigh in your catch, because if you're going to be in the running to win it, you want to get down to the Elliston Caravan Park, I believe, Rody, every day, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Yeah, Diz, that's it. You've got it.
Well, if any of you fishers out there plan on participating in this salmon comp, make us jealous and maybe send us a few photos. Let us know if you win any prizes. Give us a good story about how you got onto them, something like that.
And we're no beach fishing salmon gurus, but they are a bit of fun.
Yeah, no. Well, remember that time we went down with Pez? Took the boat down Mundo Channel there,
yes.
Walked across the dunes, camped the night. We got a decent salmon that night.
Yeah, that was a good fish.
Yeah, so you're right. They're good fun, especially when you get a big school of them. Like big school, flicking little slugs at them or something,
And you know what else I reckon would have changed the game if you were really into your salmon fishing, and that would be a drone.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You always see some bloody good footage come up of those massive schools of salmon on drones.
Yeah, well, when we were over doing our little Eyre Peninsula trip, and we had a couple of days in Lincoln, it would have been handy to have one in the national park.
It would have, yeah.
Get one up there, have a bit of a look around, all that sort of thing.
No, that's it, Diz. All right, let's keep moving, Diz. Tell us about the South Australian Cullop Classic 2022. We talked about this last episode. The comp has been run. Tell us how it went.
Yeah, look, from all reports, an absolutely fantastic weekend. Once again, a great event with lots of excellent sponsors. But unfortunately, there was no Callop caught at all.
Yeah, it's amazing, really, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Only 3 reported fish for the weekend.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And none of them Callop.
Really? So, obviously a very quiet weekend down there, but, that certainly didn't stop the crew down there having a good time. Major sponsors, of course, Murray Marine Centre and great friend of the show, the fishing guru, Dan Way, always putting in the hard yards for these sorts of events.
Taking his new plaster cast on the road.
Yeah, he is. Can't believe you can see that plaster cast. Right? It's camo.
Yeah, the camo. Yeah, nah. But anyway, I'm sure Dan and the crew had a few beers to commiserate the lack of fish, which we've all been there.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been there plenty of times.
Well, probably more often than not in the early days.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But look, those weekends are often about just getting away with some mates. Campfire, a couple of beers, that sort of thing. So,
and they had a random name draw to give out the prizes, which is good too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Rudy, what else we got in the news this week?
Diz, we've got Shark Encounter. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, look, footage of a big bronzy coming just launching itself at this motor.
Yep.
In WA, so certainly not going to sort of sit here and say that it was off South Australian waters, but definitely newsworthy. It was making the headlines, but I suppose it's not particularly uncommon for sharks to get a bit narky and turn on your boat motor, but God, this bronzy just absolutely launched at it. So get on the socials, check that out if you're interested.
Yeah. All right, Diz, what else?
Couple of little stories for you. Stabicraft have been creating quite a bit of hype. Obviously, we follow them quite closely on social media. We believe in their boats. We love their boats. And they've the Hutch Wilco Boat Show in New Zealand is always a big event over there. And Stabicraft have released a few new updated models, and they've brought back the 1550 Frontier, Brody, which was generating a fair bit of interest on social media. So, yeah, like I say, the 1550 Frontier, bit of an update for the 1850 Super Cab and the 2050 Super Cab.
Yep.
Basically, if you're in the market for a Stabicraft, then you're probably lucky to get that boat sometime in 2023, but nonetheless, exceptionally good vessels and worthwhile checking out.
So, yeah, Diz, I've just had a look on their social media. It says pricing on the new 2023 models has not been released yet, so that's probably the first thing people want to know.
Yeah.
But they've also got some sort of walkthrough videos talking about the changes and what's new and all that, and they look really good, Diz.
Yeah, they do. Well, I think most notably there seems to be a lot of disappointment from some Stabicraft owners about their winch setups, not ours, because we've got a drum winch set up where all the water sort of drains out, doesn't come into the sort of cab at the front, but a lot of the Stabies do have that. Leads to sort of corrosion issues, as you know, with alloy boats and salt buildup. But looks as though there's drum winch set up on both those new models and on the 1550 Frontier. I'm sure there's different ranges, but very impressive setup on some of those boats. Yeah, no,
they look really good, Diz. So when they do maybe the Adelaide Boat Show, we might go and have a look.
Absolutely, mate. Always keen for a bit of window shopping in regards to boats.
And those Frontiers, they've got some, great casting platform that sort of comes in and out and great storage, and they're a really good boat for that size, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I think if that Frontier would be a really good boat to have if you could get you'd get a really good sort of off-road type of trailer set up for it. So you could bash it down to some beaches, do a lot of beach launching with it. Yeah. Obviously, you need to pick your weather, but they punch above their weight, and like good bay fishing, that sort of thing. But yeah, well set up.
I reckon that
That's for sure.
1550 Fisher could be the ultimate boat if you could guarantee me 25 degrees, sunny, and no wind.
Yeah, true. Absolutely. You'd be happy with that any day.
You know,
it's just, like
not-
you say, you want a bit of protection when it's pouring down with rain or it's windy and cold. So you're right. It's a fair weather boat.
But certainly, like, it can take the weather. It's just not going to be that comfortable if it's too rough. But
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Rody, let's move on. One little one for those who like getting down the river. The Purnong Ferry is closed for maintenance on Wednesday the 18th. Just a little 4-hour window. It's cable replacement works, but it goes a bit further than that. There's a lot of cable works replacement being done on the river ferries. So plan your trip. Look ahead, nothing worse than thinking you're going to cross the river at this point to get to your favourite camp spot or get to your beach shack or your river shack or whatever it might be. You got to plan ahead.
so you're telling us this is the first of many, Diz?
No, I think there's been one, but there's a few more coming.
Nah, fair enough.
There might
Good.
have been Manams or something, so
Yep.
you can still get down to Walker Flat and a few others, but look ahead.
Yeah.
What else you got for the listeners out there, Rody?
Dizzy, this is an interesting one. Something that we've been I've done before. I don't think you've ever done it, Diz. Over at Whyalla, the cuttlefish diving.
Okay.
And this is a new little innovation that's come up for those that aren't that keen on getting their feet wet.
Right.
It's called Cutty's Glass Bottom Boat.
Oh.
And it's situated at Cuttlefish Drive, Point Lowly. And it's one of those glass bottom boats, Diz.
Right.
So, I don't know what we think about it, but it's another option.
So you just take it out there in the cuttlefish mating season, and you reckon you see them through the glass bottom?
That's certainly my belief of it all.
Well, you being an experienced diver in that area, do you think you'd be able to see them? Do you think you'd be able to immerse yourself in the experience?
Well, I've said before, I think you could probably see a lot of what's on offer. We've scuba dived when we've done it. I have said before, I reckon you could see a fair chunk of what there is to see snorkeling on a good day.
Right.
But I think the scuba makes a difference on a bad day.
Yeah, okay.
So
you just get down there.
So I imagine it would be similar when there's a bit of churned up water. You might not quite see as much from this glass bottom boat, but I reckon on a good day you'd see everything there is to see.
Okay.
And it's
well,
not
there you
deep.
go.
It's not deep water, so that helps.
Like you say, I guess it's just another option, another bit of a tourism draw card.
Yeah. So it's a 45-minute little trip out. There's a couple of departure points, I think, dependent on weather. So take you out, have a look around. It's only a couple of metres of water, so you'll see to the bottom easily. And it just, I suppose, gives everyone another option to see what is quite an amazing thing. There's hundreds of them, thousands, millions probably.
A spectacle.
But $59 for an adult ticket, Diz.
Okay, there you go. So not overly pricey for a sort of bit of an activity out there.
No,
Especially
and
to make a weekend of it.
keeps you dry, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, true. All right, Rody. Well, there's just one little story to cap off before we roll into our guest.
Yeah, Diz, I'd classify this as an incomplete story because it's breaking sort of right now. There was someone that raised the alarm at 9:40 a.m. this morning, being Sunday, after reports a fisherman had fallen from rocks near Cape Spencer Lighthouse in the bottom of York Peninsula.
Oh, gosh.
So there's a rescue underway as we speak. Police and paramedics are at the scene, including the MedStar helicopter, with crews attempting to winch the victim to safety. And it says here the condition of the victim is not yet known.
Well, fingers crossed for a good outcome there, Rody.
So I can't give you any more on that, Deers, because it's only just breaking at the moment.
Well, no surprises really that all the gear boys are breaking really fresh news, is it?
No, Deers, that's what we're here for.
But yeah, look, can't stress enough. Hopefully, good outcome for all involved there.
Exactly right, Deers. Fingers crossed. But it is another reminder to make safety your number one priority when you are fishing from the rocks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Goodness me, how many times do you? It's an all too familiar story, this one.
It is. It happens too often, and something we've got to try and avoid.
Absolutely. Brody, on that sound note, let's change the vibe of this podcast and let's get Jordan Saliba, as we mentioned, from Jordan SA Fishing Socials, Instagram and YouTube. He's kindly joined us today, Brody. Let's get him on the line.
Brody, very lucky to be joined here with Jordan Saliba from Jordan's Fishing Instagram. Fantastic to have you on the show, Jordan. Welcome.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I've been a fan of the podcast for a while, so it's good to be on it.
Jordan, that's great to hear. That's what we like all our guests to say. So thanks for pumping up our tyres. That's always good for the confidence.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's a good podcast. The mixed jiggers one, that was a good one as well. It's pretty interesting to see what he had to say as well about his brand and some stuff I didn't even know. And I've been ambassador for him for a while. So
No, we're going to chat about mixed jiggers in a minute for sure. But firstly, we're going to get through our 5 questions, and we're going to start off with you telling us about your best fish.
Well, so I'm probably a bit of a tough one, this one, but I reckon it's got to be my Murray cod that I got at Happy Valley.
Yeah.
I know everyone was getting them, and it's not that special, I guess you can say. But if you saw the YouTube video when I caught it, I reckon, I was pretty stoked about it. Such a cool fish and pretty prehistoric as well. So, yeah, definitely the Murray cod for me, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon I did see that YouTube video when it all was sort of running hot there, and when we were getting our article together for SA Anglers. That's a good one. We did like that one.
Yeah, it was a good catch. Pretty stoked with that one.
Absolutely, mate. And Jordan, tell us about your favourite thing when you go out fishing.
Oh, there's a few things. I reckon the top thing is probably just being around nature. Like, there's part of fishing where you're catching the fish and all of that, but I guess just being outdoors instead of staying home is probably my favourite part about it. And I've met so much new people along the way. I don't know if you know them, but Ollie and Zach on Instagram as well. They're pretty keen squid anglers as well.
Yeah.
And become pretty good friends with them. So just meeting new people and socialising on jetties and that kind of stuff, that's for me probably the favourite part,
It's a common answer really from a lot of our guests, isn't it, Diz?
Yeah, being out in nature and just being able to socialise, it sort of takes you away from the daily grind of life, doesn't it? I mean, it's just...
Yeah.
It's a good way to clear your head. Good for your mental health, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's very mind-soothing. You'll find you're having a hard day, just go out fishing and all's forgotten, I guess.
All right, Jordan, tell us about your first fishing memory or what got you into it.
First fishing memory probably dates back to about 7 years old.
Yeah.
Off the Bluff Jetty. Caught my first ever flatty, and it was very undersized, but it didn't matter at the time. It was just absolutely stoked to get first ever fish. And always go to the Bluff Jetty every now and then. Spot that's pretty close to my heart and got a soft spot for. So it's probably my first, and probably, I reckon we'll go with that one, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's a lovely spot.
Plenty of big squid there too.
Yeah, plenty of good squid off the bluff.
Oh, huge. I've got my PB off the bluff, actually, the 36 centimetre, that one.
Geez, that's a big hood, isn't it? Big squid.
Oh, it was all thanks to one of the locals. He had a crab net at the time because I had nothing to land it with.
Oh, yeah, that old trick.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, if I deadlifted that thing with my rod, I would have ended up with a 3-piece rod. So lucky for him, he saved the day.
Excellent, Jordan. Well, what's your favourite sort of fishing and why? I think we might know the answer to this, but tell the listeners anyway.
I'd be surprised, actually.
Okay.
Obviously, I like my squidding and all of that, but pretty close to it is the flats fishing. I don't think you can pretty common answer as well, this one, but don't think you can go wrong with flats fishing. So, you got to be stealth. There's a lot of tactics to it, I guess. Like when you're going for whiting, there's certain ways you're wheeling the rod to try and get them inquisitive with the bait and stuff. And yeah, it's just really interesting. You can, next thing you know, you're on the water for 10 hours. You don't even know it. You get that into it. So yeah, probably flat fishing and obviously squid fishing, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful, Jordan. Now, every good fisherman has a funny fishing story or the one that got away.
Well, luckily I haven't had one that got away just yet.
Geez, you're much better than us then.
There will be one in the future, don't worry about that. But for favourite, what was the question?
Funny story.
I reckon when I just started properly fishing, which was about 2 years ago, I went to the Dryden Bait and Tackle Shop, I think it was, or something down there. Got a $3 metal lure, and at the time I thought, that was the top stuff. Cast it into the water, get snagged in the third cast, and I was there with my mate at the time. So next thing I knew, I was nearly butt naked into the Port River, trying to get this lure out. Swim all the way down, trying to feel where the line is. I can't see a thing. Thought, thinking back at it, probably shouldn't have done this, but got the lure out in the end, and a few casts later, got snagged, got snapped off. Feeling so. Yeah.
All for the $3 lure. That's bloody brilliant.
Yeah, never again. It'll stay down there next time.
Yeah, that's serious commitment. We've all dived in after a lure, but I'm impressed.
Yeah, it was pretty extraordinary effort just to lose it again.
Yeah, certainly. Now, Jordan, thanks for answering those 5 questions. We're going to move on to some more specifics about your own fishing. We've been following you on your socials, the Instagram page. Plenty of content on there. Can you tell us about all that?
Yeah, so I started about, I think, a year and a half ago from now.
Yeah.
And I've obviously watched fishing on YouTube for a while, and I just thought, I go fishing quite a bit. Why don't I start my own page?
Yeah.
So started off, I think my first ever post was a garfish off the bluff.
Yeah.
And pretty ordinary photography, and from then, it just grew, started posting more and meeting new people, learning things from them, and, just trying to teach people new things about fishing and try and spread the hobby, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. We love what you're onto there. Obviously, most recently got away for the long weekend, got onto a nice bag of King George amongst some others by the looks. That would have been a good weekend out.
Oh, yeah, it was great. My mates had a boat down there, so pretty lucky to get on board that, and we headed down just past Port Hughes there, and did really well in the whiting. I'd say we got about 25, but only 5 or 6 of them legal. We got tons of 31s, which is pretty disappointing.
That's always the way, isn't it?
There were plenty around, plenty squid too, so we're just getting them on the squid candle, those ones.
Yeah, no, good bait, the squid. Now, tell us, Jordan, you then obviously jumped from your Instagram onto your YouTube, and you've got lots of followers and you're doing really well. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so started the YouTube a bit after the Instagram. I think the inspiration from that kind of just came from watching fishing YouTubers. I know Alex is Fishing, you probably know that one.
Yeah.
Really love his content, and a few other guys like YBS, a bit of bigger channels, and that kind of just inspired me to start creating my own videos. I've always been, I guess, someone to take track of what I've done, and always been recording stuff since I was young, like whether it be gaming or anything like that. So always kind of had the skills. So I thought, why not just make it another hobby, trying to make some videos on YouTube, and it's doing pretty well so far, so pretty happy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's fantastic, and we all love jumping on YouTube and scrolling through a few videos, so it's great that you're getting amongst it and creating the content. It's excellent.
Yeah, as long as, just trying to get some content for someone to wind down at night and, switch off, I guess. So that's the reason why I started watching YouTube, so I thought try and play my part as well, I guess.
Yeah, fantastic, mate. Well, Jordan, tell us about the SA Angler article, Let's Go Kayaking. That was in the November-December edition, I think, last year. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that's right. So, I'm speaking to, I think, Brett it was, and I thought I actually contacted him first about it and said, I've been kayaking for a while and thought, why not try and get some other people on the water? So made that kayak article there, just basically all about how to, like, what kayak to choose for and all the gear you'll probably need, spots, and shared my own experiences as well down at Seacliff, which you boys are probably familiar with.
Yeah, beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, no, it was really fun to write and took a while to put it together in the end, but came out pretty nicely, and I think the boys were happy with it.
Yeah, no, it looked like a good one to us, Jordan. And is that something you're trying to do more of? Get more involved in the writing side of things, or?
Oh, for sure. I'm in the works of a couple at the moment. I won't say what they are, but trying to get out and get some photos for a new one. So hopefully we can get a new one soon. But yeah, really enjoy the writing part of things as well. It's another kind of mind-soothing and hobby of mine as well.
That's it. Nothing better than talking or writing about fishing. Well, of course there is fishing, which is better than talking or writing about it, but second best is talking or writing about it.
That one.
Why do you think we started this podcast, Jordan? It's just a big excuse for us to tell each other how many fish we didn't catch.
Just an hour of goodness.
That's it. Jordan, we've had Mixed Jiggers on the podcast, and you've been working with them for a while. Tell us about the new lure that you've designed, the Blue Tiger, I believe it's called.
Yeah, so I think the template just came out the other day, which I posted on my story.
Yeah.
And pretty happy with it, to be honest. Just tried to go for something a bit different. I thought the clear boarding's always something that's worked, so added a blue and a bit of a orangey colour to it, something not that you usually see on a squid jig. So fingers crossed it works. I have to do a bit of testing on it first, but hopefully becomes good and get some other people on some squid as well.
And have you got a prototype of that jig yet, Jordan, or not quite?
Not quite yet,
Yeah.
but probably something we'll work on.
Yeah, cool. No, it looks really good. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
And how do you come up with the idea for the design?
So I started off just a piece of blank paper, and I drew out the outline of the jig.
Yeah.
And did a bit of research and got some inspiration off other jigs, and kind of just all put them into one. It wasn't really planned, to be honest. I just thought, I was a bit bored and thought I'd create my own design, and then I thought, why not hand it to Mick and see what he can do? And Mick's a top bloke, as you probably know if you spoke to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind enough to let me have my own design and get a bit more involved.
Yeah, and are you going to keep going with that? Try and design some more, or?
Yeah, hopefully a little bit more in the future.
Yeah, cool.
I think when he clears off all of these jigs, then we'll think about the next one.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm pretty happy with the two I've got. I think I had one before this one, the Green Line Pilchard.
Yeah.
And that one's done really well for me. So it's just a bit of fun.
And it must be rewarding to catch a squid on something you sort of created.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. It's like when you create your own fishing rigs and all of that, and you're pretty proud of yourself. So it's kind of the same thing there.
Yeah, awesome. And something we also did want to ask you about, Jordan, is your merch range. You've got a fair bit of merch out there for the people that follow you along your YouTube channel and your socials on Instagram and Facebook. So tell us a bit about them.
Yeah, for sure. So not too long ago now, I've released the merch line. So it's just another way, kind of just trying to bring all my followers together, and it's also another way to support the channel and support the content. So all the money that goes through the merch goes back into the channel, trying to create better videos. So if you want to grab any of that, just head to the Instagram, and should be a website open soon. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, beautiful, Jordan. We always need a good cap or bucket hat while we're out there, long days in the sun, so I'm sure they'll be very popular.
Oh, yeah, the bucket hats were flying out the window.
And tell us, something else we've noticed on your social media that's probably something we haven't had a lot to do with, but that's the Strikers lure scent. Can you tell us a bit about that and how we can use that to our advantage to have a bit more success?
Yeah, so only recently I've started working with them. So they're an Australian-made lure scent. So basically you can put it on your squid jig, your metal lures, your soft plastics, and on murky days or even clear days, you chuck it on, and it just basically makes your lure a bit more effective. And on the boat when I went to Port Hughes, I put it to the test, and it actually did really well. I think we double bagged out between two of us, and it did really well. So if you wanted to grab that, I've got a code, Jordan10. You can get 10% off if you're thinking of ordering something from their store. But good little product, and just adds a little bit of uniqueness to the jig or lure, I guess.
Beautiful. It must be like the modern way of dipping the old squid jag in the pilchard oil.
Yeah, it probably does the same thing, to be honest. But, it's always good.
Might stay on a bit longer, I reckon.
Oh, it stays on a while, to be honest.
Yeah.
I only had to redo it about 3 or 4 times throughout the whole day.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty tough stuff.
Yeah, no, it looks like some good gear. So we will have to get onto that, Jordan, because anything to help Dizzy catch more fish, we're all for, because he gets in a bad mood when I outfish him every time.
It's always good having a little competition and try and get it on him.
I just need someone that's a bit more like in my class, Jordan, a bit more competitive with me.
You might need the old help with the lure set there now.
All right, mate. It's been really good to chat to you, Jordan. And just tell us, for the listeners, reel off your Instagram and your YouTube so everyone knows where to find you.
Yeah, so it's just Jordan SA Fishing on all YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook as well. Yeah, if you want to head down there, check me out. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, beautiful, Jordan. We'll tag you in our episode, and hopefully all our listeners will jump on and have a look. We're not quite up to date with the TikTok, but Dizzy might get there one day, and we might join you on TikTok once upon a time.
Might have to make a TikTok together, eh?
Sounds good, Jordan. Thanks for coming on the show, mate, and great to have a chat with you.
No, absolute pleasure, boys. Thank you very much.
Great to chat with Jordan, Brody. He was, really good guest, and good to get his insights on some of the fishing he gets up to.
Yeah, Dizzy's he's passionate, isn't he?
Oh, he is. And
he loves it.
Just a wide variety of fishing that he does. He's just a keen angler all round, really.
And we'll have to give some of those, some of the things we talked about a bit of a whirl. I'm reasonably keen to try those Strikers lure scents.
Oh, yeah, they look good.
I know I've tried the old, what have I tried? The pilchard oil.
Yeah,
and you dip your squid jag in it, but that only really lasts for one cast, doesn't it?
Yeah, you want a bit. You probably, I think that stuff. Like if he's saying it lasts, a good fair bit of a session, then sounds like we need to get some, I reckon.
No, Deer's another good chat and another good guest, and we look forward to hopefully seeing him feature in SA Angler again, and we'll keep an eye on him on the socials, Deer. So make sure you do jump on the Instagram and YouTube and give him a like, because he is a great resource and a great sort of person to learn from.
Absolutely, Brody. Let's get into the fishing report, mate, because a couple of photos doing the rounds on the socials about some late season schoolies out at Robe.
Yeah, so the school tuna still hanging around down there, Diz?
Yeah, so I think somebody must have sort of got down there just for a bit of a weekend away, either that or they're alone. But, got down there, got amongst, I think, 3 or 4 pretty good sort of, probably looking like 15 kilo editions.
Yeah, well, I know Chipper got the bag, friend of ours. Chipper lives down at Robe. He got the bag, I think, not the bag. I think he got 3 or 4 during the week.
Yeah, right.
And I've seen other photos floating around too. So certainly fish down at Robe. The other spot where there is some southern bluefin tuna still hanging around is the Want to Fish charters, Diz.
Oh, yeah, they just keep doing well, don't they?
I think that was only during this week where they put up another picture of a feed of tuna.
Yeah, they obviously know where they are. I sort of read a few scattered reports out at Sanders Bank, but who knows where they're off to.
Yeah, well, they're heading out from Warina, so you'd think it's sort of somewhere maybe around KI or Sanders or something.
Yeah,
But,
good shout.
It was a good mixed bag on that boat. They got the tuna and the whiting.
Yeah, I know. What a day. Dream day. That is.
Perfect.
While we're on the bluefin tuna, let's just move our attention a bit to the barrels because they've been firing pretty hard as well in those sort of typical spots down there like Portland, Port Mac, that sort of way. But no surprises that Flacky's lures are doing some real damage down there, Rody.
Yeah, Diz, the Troll So Hard are catching plenty of fish, Diz.
Yeah, absolutely. And just, yeah, like I say, no surprises. Every year you always see Flacky's lures doing some damage. Still on our bucket list, Rody? Still on our bucket list.
Yeah, Diz, I probably, if anything, we're regretting not getting into it a little. We have been down there once, but not hitting it a bit harder the last few years before we both had young babies to sort out.
Yeah, well, you're right. We might have to sort of sell the dream of the Port Mac Caravan Park for a week to
Yes.
the girls or something.
I'm sure there's some family-friendly sort of adventures in there.
Yeah, there's plenty to do down there. So no, I'm not against it, but yeah, absolutely still on our hit list. Rody, Port Hughes and Balgowan fishing charters always do very well on the tings, and they do a fantastic job at keeping all their followers up to date on the social media pages.
Yep.
Because we do like hearing from them about their adventures, where they, what they've been catching and all that sort of stuff. In particular, though, Balgowan gets some seriously good underwater footage.
They do, Diz, and the good thing is their footage is always put together with a couple of photos, and they never miss the bag.
Yeah, they don't. They seem to do exceptionally well. And, I think they use like a Insta 360 view camera or something. Like, they always tag it. But
Yeah.
something that I would love to do ourselves one day is get a camera down the bottom.
Yeah,
have a bit of a look.
We've got the GoPro. We just need to do it.
Yeah, I think we should, because it really does give you some insights about all the other species that are down there with the whiting. I've obviously recently shown some excellent footage of lots of snapper
And
in those same marks.
Yeah, so
that's good science.
There is often sort of a school of snapper and a school of whiting almost in the same footage.
Yeah, there certainly is.
And
I
think there was a Samson fish.
Yeah, there might have been. But
I know there was a bit of...
Did you see they had one still shot of a great white swimming past. They only get one still. They said it was moving so fast. It was obviously chasing something.
So it's pretty amazing to get Samson fish, big sharks, the whole works on camera. So well done to them.
Absolutely. What else we got, Rody?
Well, I've been hearing, apart from those two charters that are smashing them, but I have heard a few people say that the winter whiting are a bit slow to get going.
Okay.
So, been a bit of hard work. I know when we went over there about a month ago to Yorks, it wasn't hard going. We nailed them.
Yeah, true.
But I'm not sure whether that's us being good or the fish being good.
Well, probably us being good, mate.
But you certainly haven't heard that they're on in a big way yet, have you?
Nah, well, it's probably early season. Probably a little bit. We're not in the thick of winter whiting season just yet, are we?
Nah, we're not, Diz, but it's not far away.
So you're certainly starting to think about sort of getting the cobwebs off your waders, that sort of thing, aren't you? Next trip, there's every chance it could be sort of 10 degrees out there blowing a bit, and you're probably going to be looking to the waders.
Yeah, I'll have the waders on, Diz. I'd be recommending you check for spiders in the toes.
Yeah, definitely. I think maybe that first time you might even just sort of flood them a bit, leave them outside to dry for a couple of days before. You just got to be organised, really.
Yeah, Diz, they'll be coming. I think June long weekend we've locked in some whiting fishing, but might get over there before then. But definitely June long weekend, the waders will be on.
Yeah,
and the new beanie.
You don't want a redback or anything like that, sort of ruining your day while you're out there midway through the bag.
No, look, if you got bitten by a redback, I'd be saying just sit quietly up the front while I finish off the bag and don't exert yourself too much. But, let me get the bag before we take you to hospital.
Fair enough. Righto, Roddy. Well, one last little report while we're on the subject of getting out there at this time of year. Obviously, a good time for squid.
Yep.
And sort of was going through some reports about where they're getting them, and Drossen, Port Julia, some of the pretty classic spots. We often see pro squidders out there when we're fishing those sorts of areas, but one thing I did come across was that some anglers were getting them while drifting across the Windara Reef off
Rogues Point.
Rogues Point. So that might be worth a shot next time we're down that way, Roddy.
I can't see why I wouldn't give it a crack.
It's been a while since we've checked it out, and if there was something else to get amongst a little bag of squid, that'd be all right.
Yeah, Diz, that should, that's been in for what, 3 years now that's been open?
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, you sort of wonder whether that's going to be a good little breeding ground for some small snapper as we get closer towards that opening, so that you can get onto some thumpers out off those drops off Drossen.
So yeah, Diz, we will give that a go, and hopefully a few tings too.
Absolutely. Righto, Roddy, where can the listeners find us? Where can they find this episode?
Dizzy, this will be coming up on the obviously on the Buzzsprout channel, but get on the Facebook and the Instagram. Make sure you like and follow us. We'd love you to give us a share on the socials as well, Diz.
Absolutely.
And tag us in all your photos. Any times you make stuff up and give you a laugh, get us involved.
Yeah, that's it. We just love that social media engagement, and more importantly, at this time, you want to be actively following us on the socials, because you don't want to miss out on a beanie. I'm not going to go as far as to say that there's it's like a hand-picked selection of beanies where there's only 10 available, but they're definitely going to go fast. So you want to get in early.
Yeah, look, they will, Diz. They'll sell well.
They certainly will. Roddy, let's give the listeners the tackle item of the week before we round out today's episode.
Look, Diz, so this is my latest little bit of online shopping.
Okay.
So in my Pajero, I store the rods up on some straps from the one Jesus handle to the other. And the old Pajero did take a little bit of a battering on the roof, when you're shoving rods up the top there and lures and hooks, and you don't want to damage the new Pajero, do you, Diz?
No, you definitely don't. You want to keep that resale value.
So what's my solution? A Maritech rod sock.
Ah, okay.
So I've ordered a couple of these. I think I've got 4 of them. They come in 2 sizes, 1.6 metre and 2 metre. And also 2 diameters, 30 mil and 40 mil.
Yes. Okay, right.
And I've forgotten exactly which combination of sizes and colours I got, but they look good.
They look good? Well, they set you back.
They go for $13.99 at Tackle World.
Oh, that's pretty decent.
So they're pretty good, Diz, and they're those sort of, what do you call them? They're almost woven plastic.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're the good ones.
They're gonna keep your eyelets and your rod safe, Diz.
Yeah, which is absolutely what you need.
Because I know you went through a little bit of a period in your life where you did like breaking rods.
/ everybody else was keen to snap my rod or jam it in a door and just apologise for it. There was all sorts going on there for a while.
But did you think if you had a bright orange or a bright green rod sock on your rod, people might notice it a bit more?
Yeah, fair point. Well, maybe you could buy me one as a birthday gift.
I might, Diz. Your birthday's coming up. Mine's actually first, so I'll see what you get me before I go blow on the budget.
Nah, very good. Well, jump online and get yourself a Maritech rod sock if you're in the market for one, or if you, like you say, need it protected while you're travelling. So good stuff there, Roddy.
And Diz, that's about it for today.
That rounds out what was a great episode, I thought, Roddy. Great to catch up with Jordan. couple of good news pieces in there, and all the usuals, and more importantly, a very successful podcast virtually.
Yeah, Diz, we're real technology whizzes, so hats off to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Tickets on ourselves. That's good work, Rody. We'll look forward to catching up with you next time.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.
Rody and Diz hope you enjoyed today's episode of All the Gear But No Idea. Keep up to date by liking and sharing us on Facebook and Instagram, and you can subscribe on all the major podcast platforms. Until next time, good luck fishing.